Tiger's eye for confidence and success. Tiger's eye is often misunderstood as a simple luck stone, but its real value lies much deeper. This stone does not work by creating illusions or false positivity. It works by sharpening awareness, strengthening inner authority, and grounding ambition into reality. That is why many ancient cultures respected it not as a charm, but as a tool for mental strength and survival. The distinctive golden-brown bands in tiger's eye are created by fibrous structures that reflect light, giving it a watchful, eye-like appearance. Symbolically, this represents awareness, alertness, and the ability to see clearly in difficult situations. Historically, this stone was worn by warriors, rulers, and travelers not because it promised easy victory, but because it helped them remain composed under pressure. The nature of true confidence. Confidence is often confused with dominance or loud self-expression. In truth, confidence is internal stability. It is the ability to remain centered even when outcomes are uncertain. Tiger's eye aligns with this deeper definition of confidence. It does not inflate the ego. Instead, it strengthens self-respect and personal boundaries. Many confidence issues stem from fragmentation of the self. Part of you wants to move forward, while another part fears loss, judgment, or responsibility. Tiger's eye is believed to help integrate these conflicting parts. It brings awareness to internal contradictions so decisions become cleaner and less emotionally chaotic. This stone is strongly associated with the solar plexus energy center, which governs personal power, discipline, and self-definition. When this center is weak, people procrastinate, seek approval, or avoid challenges. When balanced, there is calm assertiveness. Tiger's eye supports this balance by grounding emotions into rational action. Fear, control, and inner authority. Fear is not the enemy. Unconscious fear is. Tiger's eye does not suppress fear. It exposes it. Many people who work with this stone report becoming aware of hidden insecurities they were previously ignoring. This can feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth. This stone is also associated with control, not control over others, but self-control. Discipline is a key factor in success, and discipline requires emotional regulation. Tiger's eye is believed to help reduce impulsive reactions and emotional extremes. Instead of reacting, you respond. Instead of escaping discomfort, you face it strategically. Inner authority means trusting your judgment even when external opinions are loud. Tiger's eye supports this by strengthening the connection between intuition and logic. You do not blindly follow feelings, and you do not suppress them either. You evaluate them. Tiger's eye and material success. Material success is a sensitive topic because many people carry guilt, fear, or shame around money and ambition. Tiger's eye is often associated with dissolving these inner conflicts. It does not promote greed. It promotes healthy ambition rooted in self-worth. Energetically, Tiger's eye is believed to stabilize fluctuations related to financial fear. Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of responsibility, and fear of visibility can silently sabotage success. This stone helps bring these fears into conscious awareness so they can be addressed practically. People drawn to Tiger's eye are often at a stage where they must step into leadership, accountability, or independence. This stone supports calculated risk-taking, not reckless leaps, but informed decisions backed by preparation. Psychological and neurological angle. From a psychological perspective, Tiger's eye works as a somatic anchor. When you associate a physical object with confidence and focus, your nervous system begins to respond differently in stressful situations. This is similar to how athletes use rituals to enter peak performance states. Holding or wearing Tiger's eye during planning, public speaking, negotiations, or decision-making can condition the brain to associate those moments with stability. Over time, this reduces anxiety and increases perceived self-efficacy. The human brain responds strongly to symbolism. Tiger's eye symbolizes vigilance, strength, and grounded power. When the mind repeatedly interacts with the symbol, it begins to internalize those qualities. This is not superstition. This is behavioral conditioning, practical use, and conscious interaction. Tiger's eye should not be treated casually. Conscious interaction matters. Before using it, Clarify your intention. Not vague desires, but specific internal shifts. Confidence in communication. Discipline in habits. Stability under pressure. Wearing it daily can serve as a constant reminder of your commitment to self-mastery. Using it during meditation can help you observe fear without being consumed by it. Keeping it in your workspace can reinforce focus, consistency, and authority in your actions. Cleaning and resetting the stone periodically is often practiced, not because the stone is dirty, but because your mind needs renewal of intention. The act itself reinforces awareness. Truth without illusion. Tiger's eye will not make you successful if you avoid effort. It will not fix poor habits or replace learning. What it does is remove internal friction. It helps you confront excuses, emotional avoidance, and self-doubt. This stone is not gentle. It is honest. If you are ready to grow, it supports you. If you resist responsibility, it may feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not negativity. It is feedback. Final perspective. Confidence is built through repeated alignment between intention and action. Success is the result of sustained clarity and discipline. Tiger's eye does not give you power. It reminds you that you already have it. Now reflect on this. Where are you hesitating despite knowing what needs to be done? What fear are you calling logic, and what logic are you calling fear? If this knowledge added value, share your perspective in the comments. Like the video, subscribe for deeper, grounded insights, and stay connected for content that focuses on real inner strength, not surface-level motivation.
Tiger's eye is not just a beautiful golden brown stone with a silky shine. It is one of the most talked about crystals in history when it comes to confidence, courage, grounding, and personal power. Ancient civilizations did not use tiger's eye as decoration alone. Roman soldiers carried it into battle to stay fearless and mentally strong. In ancient Egypt, it was associated with divine vision and protection, believed to combine the energy of the sun and the earth. This is important because tiger's eye works at the level of both action and stability, not fantasy. At its core, tiger's eye is a grounding stone. That means it does not push you into blind optimism. Instead, it helps you see reality clearly without fear clouding your judgment. True confidence is not loud or aggressive. True confidence is calm, steady, and rooted. Tiger's eye supports exactly that kind of confidence. The kind where you trust yourself even when circumstances are uncertain. How tiger's eye affects confidence. Confidence issues usually do not come from lack of talent. They come from self-doubt, fear of judgment, past failures, and internal conflict. Tiger's eye is traditionally associated with the solar plexus chakra, the center of personal power, self-worth, decision-making, and discipline. When this energy center is balanced, you stop seeking validation from others. You start trusting your own instincts. Tiger's eye is believed to strengthen willpower, not motivation that fades after a few days, but consistent inner strength. People who work with this stone often report feeling more decisive, less anxious about outcomes, and more stable emotionally. This does not mean fear disappears. It means fear no longer controls your actions. Another important aspect is mental clarity. Overthinking is one of the biggest enemies of confidence. Tiger's eye is known for bringing focus and practical thinking. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios, your mind shifts toward problem-solving. You stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What is the next logical step?" Tiger's eye and success energy. Success is not just about money. It is about progress, consistency, and alignment between effort and outcome. Tiger's eye is often called a stone of success because it encourages disciplined action. Many crystals focus on attracting or manifesting, but tiger's eye focuses on execution. It helps bridge the gap between intention and action. This stone is associated with balance between ambition and patience. People often sabotage success by either rushing blindly or waiting endlessly. Tiger's eye promotes steady growth. It supports calculated risks, not reckless moves. That is why it is popular among entrepreneurs, leaders, students, and professionals who need confidence combined with logic. Energetically, Tiger's Eye is said to help dissolve fear related to money, authority, and self-worth. These fears often operate subconsciously. You may want success, but deep inside you fear responsibility, visibility, or failure. Tiger's Eye brings those fears to the surface so they can be addressed instead of avoided. The psychological perspective. From a psychological point of view, Tiger's Eye works as a symbolic anchor. When you consciously associate a stone with strength, focus, and courage, your mind begins to mirror those qualities. This is not magic in a fantasy sense. It is conditioning. Just like a uniform can make someone feel more confident, Tiger's Eye can act as a mental trigger for self-belief and discipline. When used regularly, such as wearing it or holding it during planning or decision-making, it can reinforce a mindset of stability and self-trust. Over time, the mind learns to respond differently to stress. You become less reactive and more grounded. How to use Tiger's Eye intentionally. Tiger's Eye works best when used with awareness. Wearing it as a bracelet or pendant keeps its symbolism close to your energy field throughout the day. Holding it during meditation or quiet reflection can help you connect with your inner authority. Placing it on your workspace is often done to support focus, confidence in communication, and goal-oriented thinking. The key is intention. Before using Tiger's Eye, mentally define what confidence and success mean to you. Not in vague terms, but clearly. Confidence in speaking. Confidence in decision-making. Success in career growth. Success in discipline. The clearer your intention, the more powerful the psychological and energetic effect. Truth and grounded reality. It is important to be honest. Tiger's Eye will not replace effort, skill, or learning. It will not magically create success without action. What it can do is help remove inner resistance that blocks your potential. It supports courage, clarity, and consistency, which are essential foundations of real success. Think of Tiger's Eye as a stabilizer, not a shortcut. It strengthens what is already within you. If you avoid responsibility, it may push you to face it. If you doubt yourself, it may challenge that narrative. Growth is not always comfortable, and Tiger's Eye is not a stone of comfort. It is a stone of empowerment. Closing reflection. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you practice. Success is not something you chase. It is something you build, step by step. Tiger's Eye reminds you of your inner strength and your ability to stand firm in your choices. If this perspective made you reflect, think about this. Where in your life do you need grounded confidence instead of fear-driven hesitation? What kind of success are you truly aiming for, and what inner blocks might be stopping you?